Man, back in the day, you would get off from school, you would rush to the store because you knew you were going to pick up a copy of NCAA 14. And that same thing can be said today. You can go to the store and pick up a copy of Madden. And the first thing you do is you put the game in and you go see what the team's ranking is going to be. Your team ranking is that current year. Now, they usually now have those things online. But back in the day, people wasn't doing that stuff on YouTube. They was just playing the game normally with their friends. But now we have rankings, guys. And let's go ahead and give each school in the ACC their upcoming rankings based on their 2023 schedule. All right, guys, let's start with Boston College. Boston College is one of those teams where I think they're not going to have a very high ranking at all. I actually think they're going to be ranked in the lower 60%. I'm actually giving them a score of 60. All right, guys, let's go to Notre Dame. Notre Dame is one of those schools in the ACC where year in and year out they have 5-star recruits. They have 5-star talent on offense and defense. So with this, guys, we can go ahead and give Notre Dame an overall score of a 90. What? 90? Yes, a 90 overall score. Now, guys, let's go to NC State. NC State is one of those teams where you don't know if they are going to win or lose a game. But guess what? You still watch them play. They're a good school. They play with a lot of heart, a lot of heart. They play with a lot of backbone, whatever you want to call it. But their overall score, in my opinion, would be a score of a 76. All right, guys, let's go to Syracuse. Syracuse started off strong this 2022 season. Next year, their schedule, I think, softens up a little bit. So with this information, I'm going to go ahead and give Syracuse an overall score of a 72 overall. I think that's fair. They're going to be ranked 72. All right, guys, let's go to Louisville. Louisville Cardinals, man, one of those schools in the ACC. But when they first joined, man, they had firepower. You're talking about a school that produced Lamar Jackson and some other players that are currently now in the NFL. Louisville gets an overall score of 79. Virginia Tech and Virginia don't need to stay over this too long. They've been in the pothole the last few years, and I think it will reflect in this game. I think Virginia Tech and Virginia overall scores are going to be a 60. I don't think it's going to get any higher than that. I think a 60 is fair for them, and I think that's where both schools are going to be. And yeah, man, let me know if you guys agree with that. All right, guys, let's go to Miami. Miami Hurricanes is one of those schools where they have 5-star talent on offense and defense, but for some reason, they just don't produce on the field, man. They've been subpar these last few years. Yes, they made it to an ACC championship game, but Miami has been in the dumpster. Now with this information, I'm going to still give Miami the benefit of the doubt and give them an overall score of an 81. All right, Miami is going to be ranked 81 overall. All right, guys, let's go over to Pitt and Wake Forest. Pitt, good school, man. They play tough football. They can beat a school like Tennessee. They can beat some of those schools in the SEC, Big 10, Big 12, Pac-12. They can beat some of those schools. I'm going to go ahead and give Pitt a score overall of 85. 85 sounds fair to me to give Pitt. Wake Forest as well. Wake Forest started off strong, man, but they finished off terrible. Wake Forest, I don't understand how Wake Forest started off so good, but they ended up doing so badly. But anyway, guys, I think EA will rank Wake Forest overall score of 84. Let's go to Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech as well is one of those schools in the ACC. They didn't do that bad last year. I think they finished 4th in their division. I think they finished 4th or 3rd in their division, which is not that bad, honestly, considering where they are as a school. They finished right under Duke with a record of overall 5-7. No bowl game, but they run a triple option offense. I think it's going to be hard to stop. But I'm going to go ahead and give Georgia Tech a score overall of a 77 overall, man. 77 overall. Now it's time to go to the Duke Blue Devils. Duke Blue Devils literally could have won all of the games that they lost last year. If you guys just watch them, They were a pretty decent school. I'm going to go ahead and give Duke an overall score. The next game was a score of 81 overall. All right, now guys, we'll go to UNC. UNC literally is in the same situation as Duke. Actually, UNC played Duke, and that was a great game. UNC is one of those schools, guys, where they could have literally won any game they played last year, but they didn't. And this year, I think with Drake Mayo as their quarterback, I think they do good. I'm going to go ahead and give them a score overall of 85. Okay, now let's go to the big schools, man. Everyone has been waiting for these rankings. Let's go ahead and go to Florida State and Clemson. Florida State returning what most people think is going to be a Heisman quarterback in Jordan Travis, along with 5 or 6 offensive weapons. Offensive linemen, literally it's like top 6 in the nation. Defense is stacked. Florida State should have an overall ranking when they finish this year of a 96-97 overall. That's the same with Clemson, guys. I think Clemson is going to be high ranked as well. I'm going to give Clemson the benefit of the doubt, although they have a funky quarterback situation. If they turn out to win or just lose one game to Florida State next year, I think Clemson's going to be ranked pretty high, man. I'm going to go ahead and give Clemson a overall score of 95. Now, guys, let me just say this right quick, right? This is just my opinion on these schools, obviously, but I have to say it. Anything can change, man. Any one of these schools this upcoming season can win 9 games, 10 games, go undefeated. You just never know, man, what these programs are going to do. Like, no one expected Tennessee to come out this year and beat Bama and put up a good game versus Georgia. No one expected that, but guess what? They did it. So you might have a situation where a overall school ranked 60, Virginia Tech, comes out and just steamrolls the entire ACC, makes it to the big dance, and just win it all, man. There's a chance. You just never know what this situation is going to happen. You know, Miami with their 5-star recruits might just come out and be a top 5 school in the nation, man. You just never know how these things can play out, especially with a school like Miami, and they constantly put 5-star players on the field. Coaching is a different story, but they do have the players. The same thing with Pitt. I gave Pitt an overall score what I gave them. So you're going to tell me Pitt? I think Pitt was the 3rd or 4th school to put players in the NFL this last season. Pitt's a dangerous school. So now we're going to have to see, all right, what's going to happen? Who's going to be able to sustain their schedule, their games this upcoming season? I mean, we're going to be able to see, man. We're going to be able to see what's going to be going on. But I want to catch you guys in the next video. I mean, make sure you guys be like and subscribe. I have another video coming, which is going to be the SEC. So you guys are going to tune in for that one. All right, peace out.